Greetings, everyone. This is the final part of the story from the subreddit r/infidelity by user throwra2unsure. As OP hasn't updated in months. This is an update and is titled, Tormenting My Ex-Wife's AP. Just before we jump into this update, I want to thank everyone for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, consider liking and subscribing. Now, let's dive right into this. So throughout and after my divorce I have kept in contact with Sharon, OBS, as we had shared details about our ex's affair and both of us were interested in the consequences our spouses ended up suffering and we provided each other moral support. We talk on the phone and usually have dinner once or twice a month to catch up. Last month, Sharon said that one of her friends was getting married and had invited her to the wedding. Her ex, Stan, was also invited as he was a friend of the groom. Her invitation had a +1 and she pitched the idea of me going with her. Both as moral support and as a dig at her ex Stan. It was a weekend event and we would share a room with double beds, strictly platonic. The idea amused me so I agreed. We flew in the day before the wedding and had dinner with several of Sharon's friends. I was introduced as her friend. No mention of our history and the divorce. We didn't run into Stan until right before the ceremony as they escorted us to the bride's side, while Stan was seated on the groom's side. Needless to say he was less than pleased and kept looking over at us, something Sharon was well aware of. At the reception we were seated with some of Sharon's friends from the night before and we picked up where we left off and everyone was quite engaged. Stan was seated at a table across the room from us but in clear view. We danced quite a bit together and probably drank more than we should. There was a brief confrontation with Stan and Sharon but her friends diffused it quickly and spirited Sharon away. At the hotel after the reception we had drinks with two other couples. Several comments about Stan shooting daggers at us all night and a few about how cute a couple we made and questions about if we were serious or not. We laughed it off and said we were just friends. I had to support Sharon on the way to the room and had my arm around her. On the cramped elevator ride we were standing quite close. When we got to the room there was a tense moment and we kissed. Good judgment lost out to the alcohol and we ended up sleeping together. Next morning we never spoke much about the elephant in the room as we rushed to catch our flight home. We did run into Stan as we were checking out and he made a snide remark and walked off. Once we were on the plane we talked about what happened, that neither of us were sorry but questioned the wisdom of the timing. We both agreed we each needed some time to process what happened and agreed to have dinner next week and talk about it then. I know neither of us has tried to date since our divorce. I haven't been in the right headspace to even flirt, much less date. I have a session already scheduled with my therapist where I will bring this up. But we did have a great weekend at the wedding. It's nice that OP and OBS were able to bond with each other and support each other in their time of need. It's great that they could have some fun at AP expense. Cheaters deserve everything they have coming to them. Sometimes you have to take matters into your own hands. OP and OBS need to take some time and understand if the feelings they have for each other are real and genuine. Having a one-night stand is fine, but bonding because of being betrayed is fine, but over time it gets old. They need to have real and genuine bonds, like enjoying each other's presence and having things in common with each other. Time will tell if the connection is real and not because of the shared pain they endure.